Hi, I'm Neat.
I'm Rox.
You may not have recognized me with the reindeer disguise.
It's a pretty neat
I
disguise.
know.
It
I'm
is. I
very
like it.
sneaky.
It is. It's nice. It's
Panther
nice.
sneaky. But I've got like my little reindeer tail. These are footy
Yeah.
pajamas, and I refuse to wear them as such.
I think you should. Come on. You said it wrong. It's not footy pajamas. There's no feet in it. It would
No,
go through
what,
your foot would
footless
go through.
pajama? Like what do you call it? It's a
Well,
onesie.
yeah, it's a
Nice
onesie.
onesie,
Yeah.
Dick.
I footy pajamas. I was like, wait a minute, that's not footy pajamas. But
But
he should have. I thought I told him to do
yeah,
it, but they would have came up to like his leg
yeah,
because he's taller.
big boy.
That looks like something you bought when you were like 15 or
No, no,
something.
no. This was like 2 years.
You
Yeah.
It's so. Oh my god.
I mean, I could wear it. I could fit in it. I don't want to.
Usually I'm the one who does all this. Like I bought this for $1. Like I
Mhm.
saw it at Dollar General or something, and to be festive or whatever. But like I
I'm
didn't
ready to
even
go.
know he was going upstairs to go find that and put
Tail.
shit
I
on
got
his.
tail.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
That's it. Santa Claus is not stopping at your house. Let me
he's
take him
coming to
in.
town though. Better
Is
watch
he?
out.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's true. I forgot that story.
So, in honor of the holiday, uh,
This
and
is a
other
very special thing.
and other things, Holly.
Hmm.
Yeah, we have a
Okay.
very special bourbon that was gifted to us by someone very special,
Yeah, I call him Hollywood.
and so we
Um,
shall.
so it's a nickname, and we do that with Clark Bar, and we do that with some other people. Like,
Hmm.
just they don't
Like
if they
Buffalo,
don't want their business,
right? Yeah,
out there or something.
that's fine.
Good friend for a long time, and he messaged me and was like, "Hey, I got this bottle of Van Winkle."
Happy 12.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it doesn't say Pappy
no, but
anywhere. It's
we know what
Van
it is.
Winkle 12. I don't know if that's sincere
Old
enough,
Rip
but
Van
when
Winkle.
get all into this and
Hmm.
whatnot, I don't want to like be the person who said it
People,
wrong.
people know. People know. But yeah, so this is the 12-year edition from last year.
Look at this.
Nice. Mike Tyson and George Floyd button there.
Right? No, we're not. I'm just saying. I
That's
had
funny.
to say, show you that when I saw it.
Outstanding.
Anyway,
But yeah, so the Happy 12 year, which impossible to get unless you know someone or you've been on a list for like a decade,
yeah, okay,
or you go to a store and buy a shot of it for $70.
right, right.
Um, we were feel better. Are you
Funny.
trying to
I
get
don't know.
run over by a reindeer?
You
Like
seem very huggable right now with this outfit
you're about to
on.
get run
So
over by a reindeer.
I that's harsh. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
geez,
I know.
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Rudolph did it,
Be
so it's
afraid.
okay. And everybody loves Rudolph. So I mean,
No,
he even
grandma
had.
doesn't.
Oh, well, that's true too. Yeah, that bitch.
Wow.
I'm saying.
Anyway.
Kentucky Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Van Winkle Special Reserve,
Hmm.
12 years old, Lot B, 90.4 proof,
Yep.
exactly of the
Nice.
Woodford,
Same as the Woodford.
exactly that we just did.
Yep.
Distilled, aged, and bottled at Old Rip Van Winkle, Frankfurt, Kentucky, blah blah. Anyway, so that's the what we're
So
doing.
this is a Buffalo Trace product. It's a
He's
very
gonna throw this
rare.
up here for you to see or
Yes,
somewhere in this
somewhere in.
vicinity.
If he stops moving, I could probably
I
place it.
He threw me off with the outfit. I was
But
just telling
yeah,
you.
it's so honestly, if we this is something that's very hard to find. I've only ever had Pappy 2 times in my life.
This is the
Um,
only time I've ever tried it.
and yeah, like both times. One time it was because I someone in my family runs a liquor store and they were able to get their hand. Well, they don't. They were like a manager.
Someone in your family?
Yeah, my
Oh,
cousin, one in the town, a couple towns over.
okay. Fair
But
enough.
he's the manager over there, and
Oh,
he was able to get first crack at buying a bottle, and so he's only been able to do it once because it's
nice.
very hard to find. It's
Yeah.
very hard to even for people who work there. And so he was willing to share that with the bourbon group that my dad runs. You know, the Robes, as we call them.
The Round Table of Bourbon Elders Society.
Yes.
Yep.
And I got a crack at it, and that was delicious. And then the other time was when I went up to that speakeasy up in Buffalo,
Right,
and I
right,
was
right.
able to get a sample of the Pappy 15, which was on par. It was very good. And then the Rabbit Hole Derringer was also very good. So it was hard to tell. But
It's
so
yeah.
this is only time three for me to having Pappy.
And this is two for
So
me. And the first one was this, and I tasted this because I shared it for Well, I drank it with the guy who gave it to us,
Hmm.
Hollywood. I went to his house with the sample bottle. We sat down and we hung out for an hour, and we just kind of told
Yeah.
all the war stories and news stories and how are you and all that. And it's what bourbon does. It's
Hmm.
what whiskey does. It's what you should do. Like we were just talking. We had a good time. We laughed it off. He also, I haven't asked him yet, and I don't know, and this, that, and the other, because there was a time contingency there, and I didn't want to get too long, and this, that, and the other. But he has a bottle of E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof
Interesting.
sitting there. Now, I haven't, like I said, if I reach out to him, all I've got to say is that open? And if he says yes, I'll be like, could we get a sample of that? And he'll say yes. I'm
Yeah.
99.9% certain. But he might not have opened it yet and be waiting for a certain special
Right.
occasion.
Like
Yeah. He
the
always gets small batch. I've
Mhm.
never seen barrel proof.
Yeah, it's real hard to find anything on
And
the
it's there.
regular. Even the small batch is hard to find.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That's hard, but that
But
the other
I,
and even harder.
yeah,
This one
I
is
understand that completely because I mean, like that little book, I'm waiting to like buy my own freaking house to
right.
crack that bad boy.
For the little one. Right
Yeah,
on, right on,
so
right on.
that'll be fun.
So the story goes a little bit for this is and it's a pretty fairly short story. Is my buddy Hollywood travels a lot for work. So he told me that he did buy it on secondary and he paid a little over $1,000 for it. But he did it in such a way that he saved certain monies that he uses for his travel expenses
Hmm.
and he slowly but surely just waited it out and then bought a bottle to share with his friends and stuff. So he didn't actually take it out of his own pocket and
It
be like,
was this per diem stuff, like
right.
yeah.
So he didn't, you know what I mean, use the secondary market in what we always tell you, don't do that because you're perpetuating
Don't spend
stuff.
your own money on secondary market
He bought
for
it at a store, you know
yeah,
what I mean? And yeah, they jacked it up, but he also didn't use his own cash to do it and
right.
so on and so forth. Anyway, nonetheless.
But yeah, so thank you, Hollywood. Appreciate
Thank
it
you, dude.
greatly.
Yeah, you're a good guy, dude. It was
And
fun catching up too. We always have fun stories. I have one really good story I can tell that's not too.
wildly inappropriate.
It doesn't include swearing. How's that? And it doesn't include something too. Let's do it. Let's just do
Sounds
this.
like a story. For, what did you tie this on with a friggin' railroad weed?
Right. Listen, I go get like a sample of something. The only person I opened this with was there. No, so I did it with Hollywood, and then
Hmm.
I went to my brother-in-law's house, who's the only other person in my life that I share any kind of whiskey with. Um, and he's not. I don't want to say. I mean, my brother-in-law is one of the best guys I know, and this, that, and the other was my best man in my wedding. So
Sure.
we taste stuff together and this, that, and the other. And again, this is 90, so it's very
Hmm.
similar to Blanton's or Eagle Rare or something as far as the
As far
burn
as
and
the
the
proof point.
right, the
Yeah.
proof point. So we tried it and I gave him a sip and that's because Hollywood, like we had this big bottle. This is not a tiny one
Yeah,
ounce
that's like
bottle.
a three
You know what
ounce
I mean? We
bottle.
still have this much and we just poured
Yeah.
ourselves already. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be completely and totally honest, you can either keep this or pour some into another bottle or something. We're done here if your dad
Sure.
wants to try it.
I'm sure he would love
Because,
that.
well, there you
Yeah.
go.
Thank you.
And just keep it for all I care. Because I gave it to Jeff as it is. My brother-in-law's name's Jeff.
Yes.
They're not going to be mad if I said Jeff. And that's pretty much the extent of it. I don't know. Now, Thanksgiving's coming up. We're doing
Mhm.
this. We're doing this
Way
Christmas
early.
episode early, right?
Got to
But
record for the holidays in case
this
we miss
is the
something.
most jolly and like whatever like
Festive.
I've ever seen you like really want to like I don't know. It's
But
just it's
I'm
cracking
trying
me
to
up.
be happy.
So that's awesome. I'm always trying to be happy. But Thanksgiving's like a
Bourbon
time when
helps. Yeah.
I got a buddy across the street from my in-laws that's my one of my friends from a long, long time, and I always go over there. And if I have a cool bottle, I'll bring it over. I'll be like, "Do you want to try this?" Well, I gave him a Blanton's,
Nice.
drink.
Yep.
I don't know, Easter or something, whenever I was like that
Yeah.
last. And Jeff, I'll see him on Thanksgiving too, and he already tasted this, but like so I'm not worried about this. But I don't know. It's fun. That's the whole idea is to share it with friends. Like
Yeah.
Hollywood literally told me he hasn't had a drink of this without a friend there. He's never taken a drink unless somebody else wanted to.
Very cool.
So that was kind of his idea to do it. That and he
Yeah.
only had like 8 or 10 bottles. He doesn't have. He's not a huge collector or anything.
Right.
A couple of them were things I'd never seen. He travels a lot. He said
So
when
he
I see
gets the
weird
yeah,
things, I pick it up. And I
as you
was like,
should.
that's cool. I've never even heard of that, and I don't even remember what it was right now. So
Nice. Very cool.
anyway, so 90 proof.
Yep.
Van Winkle Buffalo Trace. If for newbies that are watching, this is a Buffalo Trace product.
And it is oh that nose.
Yeah,
There's a cherry on that nose.
it's
It's
just
like a
so it's been
red-nosed reindeer.
a wonderful, happy moment in my
Mm.
life. So this is I don't even
There's
I don't even
no
know what MSRP is. I don't even have an idea.
for this you're looking at over $100 probably.
Yeah,
Somewhere in that 120,
believe that.
$150 range, and then 300 for the 15.
Right. So, yeah, that's it's so I always said he was insistent, and he's right. Okay, that we should do this on its own and give it its due credit because
Mhm.
I said this is very similar to Blanton's
It's not.
as far as the proof point and the distillery, and it's hard to get. This is harder
This
to
is
get, but Bland's is
if
easy to
if you consider Blanton's hard to get, this is nigh
get. Impossible.
impossible.
Yeah,
This is yeah.
this is Mission Impossible.
This
You
is
need Tom Cruise to
you
jump
need
on a
you need
couch,
$1,000.
take your shirt off. So anyway,
But
let's sip it.
thank you, Hollywood.
Thanks, Hollywood. Um. Oh God.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
It's the way you said it. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
it's
The buzz is kicking in too. The buzz is
there's
just
a
kicking
cherry flavor in there that's so good. The smoothness cannot be understated.
in. Right.
Like it's so smooth.
It's
It's so
delicious.
very smooth, and it is just well, it's an experience. Like honestly, if you go out and you're going out for the holidays or whatever, and you see a bar that has a bottle of Pappy and it's like a $50 shot,
Oh yeah.
just do it.
Do it.
Just for one time, just to experience it. Like
Do it.
it's
Would you let me ask you? Would you
yeah,
suggest that somebody see? I was just wondering because I was thinking of saying like if you're brand new, do some stuff before you're not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
appreciate
You won't
this
appreciate this until you've been in the
if
bourbon
you've never.
whiskey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Yes.
if you're starting out, get yourself like an Elijah Craig 94 proof, just small batch. Just
Yeah.
start out there.
Yep. Yep.
And don't ever buy Basil Hayden.
Get some
As
Buffalo Trace products. Get regular Buffalo Trace. Try Eagle Rare. So things you can get a little easier. Even
hmm
Benchmark to
yeah,
try to get
benchmark
an
is not
idea of
bad for the proof and
right what
everything.
you're
It's not
gonna
bad.
get when you get this.
But
Uh,
just to get the appreciation of it, like there's something about this that is it leagues far away and apart from everything else. It
it's
shows.
Yeah, it's well done, well crafted.
And
They're making watches and stuff. Like I keep seeing a thing on Facebook pop up about the Buffalo Trace watch, and it's like six
they're
hundred
making they're
bucks.
making like shampoo now too. Buffalo Trace,
Shampoo.
yeah, Buffalo Trace shampoo, yeah, that's crazy. It's nuts.
Huh. Let me think.
Yeah,
Nope. Don't need any Buffalo Trace shampoo.
I'm not taking
All right.
off my disguise to show them.
Well, I didn't mind at all.
I,
I like wearing hats because I've always liked wearing hats, which is probably why I'm bald.
hats.
I had horrible, nappy, curly hair when I had hair, so I don't give a crap if it's gone. You know when the last time I went to a barber was? When I got married.
Back in '07.
Yeah. A long time. Oh 05. No. Wait, let me say it right. Oh
Oh
04. So I
shit.
don't get in trouble.
Yeah, boy,
Yeah, oh
Rufus.
04. So this is a quick story, but this is a funny story, and I'm gonna tell this story, and if he gets mad, he'll be all right. He's not gonna get mad because we're calling him Hollywood anyway, but some people will know who that is. Like Clark Barr will know who that is. Um, so we all used to work, you included, at a
True.
certain restaurant. When? About 2 decades ago.
I mean, when you were there, it was like your family.
It was. It was. It still kind of is. As a matter of fact, it is my family because I married the girl. The girl I married, I met at this restaurant. And my boy Hollywood was a groomsman. He was, and he helped. He's a very technological guy too. He likes to do stuff techy. So anyway, one day we're all working at a restaurant, and Hollywood's waiting on the table with girls at it, and the girls mention to him that they tend to, or they work in an industry where they strip. Right, they're strippers. I'm just trying to make it nice. There's no, they're strippers.
There's no way to do that.
This isn't going to go crazy weird. Okay, not crazy weird.
Sounds weird.
It's funny weird. It's
Sure.
not crazy weird.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna keep sipping this because it's wonderful, and that's what we like.
it's so good.
And we can drink it all, or like I said, save just enough for your dad to have, or whatever.
It
At
is.
this point, this is yours.
It's
So
your
you
decision,
decide.
sir. You do what you
Nah,
got to do.
it's all us. It's all about us. It's not me. So he waits on these girls. He's Hollywood's a good-looking dude, and he's a normal dude, and he's fun, and he's very outgoing and stuff. So anyway, he waits on these girls. The girls flirt with him. He flirts with them. They get ready to leave. Now, where we work at that time, we all had these name tags on and buttons.
Yeah, we did.
Right. So
Gotta hit them
as
pieces
one's
of wire.
walking, as they're walking out, one of them takes the button off his shirt,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Okay, haha, whatever." Now, a week or so later, not that night, but a while back, a couple days or a week later, he's like, "Let's go up to that club and see if we see that one girl that was nice or whatever that he liked or whatever." I don't even know. And we took a girl with us from this restaurant that
It's
worked
making
with
that
us.
weird.
just well, she wanted to go,
Okay.
and we were
Sure.
trying to talk her into getting up on stage to,
Yeah,
see
sure.
her
Hmm.
do that.
Sure.
This is
Why wouldn't
20 years ago,
you?
okay?
Back in the day.
We were guys, and we're still guys, and we had fun, and nobody did anything they weren't supposed to do. I wasn't married. Nobody was. I didn't do anything anyway. This isn't my story. Anyway, I'm trying to do it fast. You know what I mean? It's a
I hear
shit.
you.
It's a
I
shit.
couldn't I couldn't go with them 20 years ago because I wasn't 18.
No, no, no. He wasn't, but I was. Now you're depressing me, and I'm drinking more. But the
Yeah,
drinking
boy.
more part is great.
That's
I
all
need a
right.
reason to drink this. Anyway, so we go there, and the girls are doing things, and we're sitting there, and we're watching whatever it is. And one of the girls comes out to do her thing, and she gets all the way down to her underwear or G-string or whatever you call
Sure.
that, right?
Okay.
And
Yep.
when she takes off the last thing, and you see the G-string, you see his button right there that she took off his shirt on her business. Like, I mean, the G string, the only thing that's covering up anything is the button with his name on it right there. And I had forgotten the story, but it had gone back in my memory so far that he brought it up when I went and got this, and he was like, the story everybody like the funniest story that we have, because we have a couple other funny stories and stuff, is that one at the strip club. And I was like, yeah, that was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that before in my life, and I still haven't. I don't know if he ever. I mean, he's never been married in this. That. No, he's married now, but I mean,
Hmm.
before that, he's been married now for 6 or 8, 10 years. But it's just a fun story, Like I told him, I mentioned the story to him and I about we got stuck in the mud out by behind Dunn Field.
Oh,
He had a
jeez.
4-wheel drive, and we were all like four-wheeling, and his truck got stuck, and we had like 4 trucks in line with tow chains to try to get him out because he was like up to over the tires in mud.
Oof.
And he's like, "That's a great story, but you remember the stripper story?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right, sorry, I forgot that one." But Hollywood's a good guy, and thank you for doing this. It's
Yes,
so
thank
much
you,
fun.
sir. It was delicious.
And if you ever get a chance, and you ever go to a strip club, and you get somebody's to anyway, just do it because
Nope.
it might end up where you're drinking Pappy a couple years later. Anyway,
Sure.
sorry. Ah, less.
Well then,
It's tasty. Do you immediately think it's automatically better than like Bland's? Like you just taste it and think it better?
I taste the cherry, which we did taste in Blanton's. I feel like it's smooth. It's
Chef's kiss.
you know how with the E.H. Taylor we said it was silky.
Yes.
This is not that.
I
This is,
think it's part of that.
it's a little bit like it feels good on the tongue.
Right.
It's smooth,
Oh yeah.
but it's not as silky as the E.H. Taylor.
Okay.
But the flavor profile is so much more.
I mean, I'm getting, yeah, I do get some more things out of this,
Hmm.
I believe. Now, but is that necessarily that, or is it that we did that so long ago, and now our palates and our lives and our experiences have gotten to the point where now we can taste that? Like, if we were to do each Taylor on a next episode, which
I
I'm
mean,
not,
I have some, but
I'm just saying, like, I wonder if we would things just change so much through
Mhm.
time and experience and this, that, and the other. And when we did some things way back when, we did it with rocks and with ice. I don't remember if we did each Taylor
I
with or
don't think
without
so.
rocks. I don't
We didn't do rocks by that point.
but it definitely has all those natural notes, those caramel cherry vanilla things. The cherry does kind of bump out,
Cherry comes right out on me.
you know, but it almost tastes like an icing to me. Like not like there's that sweet like it feels like it's topping off something great that already is in me, even though it isn't. And it was
Hmm.
this. Like it's like icing on top of the Woodford we just did or something. And it's just, oh
I mean, yeah,
God.
vanilla plus cherry. Oh,
Oh
caramel,
God.
so good.
Yeah. So tasty.
Yeah.
Sugary, sweet without
Uh,
the just, it's, oh
Without the extra
God.
sugar. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a diabetic wet dream. It's a great.
Wow. There you go. That's the new title for this episode.
No, because you're not supposed to.
Diet.
If you're diabetic, you're not supposed to drink because it's bad for you too. So.
Do it. We don't care. It's okay.
So it's kind of like
Subscribe.
when I was in pharmacy school, the guy who was talking to me about like the teacher was talking about like hospice and stuff like, oh, we have a diabetic patient and stuff like that, but they're in hospice. It's
Boy.
like you can't. And the one nurse was like, you can't have cake. He's diabetic. It's like he's in hospice. Give him a big fat chunk of cake. Like, what's he gonna do? Die? Like,
I get that.
so it's like there's a quality of life and an enjoyment part of life. So like if you're diabetic and you want to drink something, life's short. Drink something. Just don't go overboard.
That's right.
Everything in moderation. But so
So
no, this is great. This is excellent. Thank you so much. And
thanks.
to everyone who's watching, I'm gonna say it. Go ahead and do it.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
I'm dressed like a
You're
I'm
dressed.
dressed like a Rudolph.
I,
So
I Go ahead. Say
I'm gonna say Merry Christmas. I'm gonna do it.
Merry Christmas.
Everybody.
I'll say Happy Holidays, and then you guys can't say we didn't say that.
Well, we did, but we
Yeah.
also said it.
Yeah.
So
You guys have a wonderful holiday season.